Hey, what's good? This is SATURDAE. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a mashup in 4 steps. Step 1 is to find a good pair. This relates to the key, BPM, and vocal content. When choosing songs to mash up, you need to make sure the songs are in key with each other. If they aren't, it will sound off. Next, you need to look at the BPMs. The BPMs don't have to be the same, but if they're too far apart, you'll have to speed up or slow down the vocals, which can create a lot of artifacts and make them sound very warped. As a general rule, I always keep the track that is my instrumental as the root BPM and speed up or slow down the vocals to match it. There's less content in the vocals generally, and in my experience, this gives cleaner results. Finally, you should try and select a track with minimal or no vocals for your instrumental. This will help reduce how much stem separation you need to do and help prevent more artifacts in the mashup. Step 2 is to get a decent vocal rip. I'm using Logic 11, which has stem separation now. Serato also has stem separation. In the past, I would just record this with my DJ decks, go all the way through, and then export that as an MP3. Finally, there's this site, lala.ai. I used to use this a lot. Now with the update in Logic, I don't need it so much, but this separates your vocals and instrumentals. I believe you have to pay for it now, but that's another option. Few notes about vocal rips. Some tracks are very difficult to use because their stem separation isn't as clean. This is due to how the phases on that song in particular. Songs are just different. Sometimes you can also find a good studio vocal on YouTube, but it's pretty rare. Step 3 is to match the BPMs. For this step, we're going to match the BPM of our vocal track to our instrumental. I usually find this easiest to do by matching the unseparated version with the instrumental, and then simply matching the vocals to the instrumental. This is simply due to phrasing and the fact that the instrumental will always have a kick drum in it, so it's easier to follow the beat and find the BPM. To do this in Logic, we're going to use flex time to speed up or slow down our audio. When using flex time with vocals, I always recommend changing this algorithm from polyphonic to monophonic. Generally, the polyphonic with vocals will make it sound very phasey, and monophonic is pretty clean. The fourth and final step is to arrange and master. It won't always sound perfect by just flex timing it. You'll likely have to move it around until it sounds good to you. I always have a version of the original instrumental track, and I try and use that as much as possible, only using ones that remove any vocal content when needed. This helps reduce overall phase of the track and makes it sound closer to the original. Sometimes the vocals will be very quiet relative to the mix, so you will likely have to limit or clip them to get gain out of them. You can also add reverb or delay to the vocals to add effects. For the revenue, a couple of final notes. With mashups, you're not really looking for perfection. They're just a fun thing to add to your sets. If the mashup's really good, I don't really care if it sounds a bit phasey or lower quality. If you follow all these steps, it shouldn't really be a problem anyway. If anyone has any additional tips you want to share, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.